A young woman entered an elevator and vanished from sight. Her final movements captured on camera in a video that would spread across the world. Millions watched in shock and confusion, desperate to understand what was happening. What really happened inside the Cecil Hotel? This is the story of Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old student from Canada whose last days became one of the most discussed mysteries of modern times. To understand the events, it is important to follow the timeline step by step. Elisa Lam was a university student from Vancouver, Canada. She was traveling alone across the United States in early 2013. Her trip included several cities, and she often shared updates, photos, and personal thoughts on her blog. She was known to be thoughtful and expressive, documenting both her experiences and her emotions during her travels. At the end of January 2013, Elisa arrived in Los Angeles, California. She checked into the Cecil Hotel, a place with a long and troubled history. The hotel had been associated with crime, unusual incidents, and long-term residents. Despite this, it also operated as a budget hotel for travelers. During her stay, she remained in contact with her family, which was something she regularly did while traveling. Her parents expected daily check-ins and updates. However, on January 31, 2013, Elisa suddenly stopped contacting her family. This was unusual and immediately raised concern. When her parents could not reach her, they contacted authorities in Los Angeles. Soon after, a missing person investigation was officially started. Police searched the hotel and surrounding areas but found no clear evidence of what had happened. There were no signs of forced entry, no clear witnesses, and no immediate clues. The case remained uncertain, and investigators continued looking for any possible leads. About 2 weeks later, on February 14, 2013, police released surveillance footage from one of the hotel's elevators. This video quickly gained attention and became one of the most discussed pieces of evidence in the case. In the footage, Elisa Lam is seen inside the elevator behaving in a way that many people found unusual. She steps in and out, presses multiple buttons, and looks into the hallway as if reacting to something unseen. At times, her movements seem hesitant, almost cautious, and she makes gestures that are difficult to interpret. The elevator doors remain open far longer than expected, leaving viewers uneasy and asking, what was she doing? And where was she going? As the video spread online, it led to widespread speculation. Many theories appeared, ranging from criminal involvement to paranormal explanations. However, at that time, there was still no confirmed evidence explaining her behavior. While the investigation continued, another issue began to arise at the hotel. Guests started complaining about problems with the water. They reported low water pressure, unusual taste, and discoloration. This led hotel staff to inspect the building's water system. On February 19, 2013, a maintenance worker went to check the water tanks located on the roof of the hotel. During this inspection, Elisa Lam's body was discovered inside one of the tanks. The discovery stunned everyone involved. The location of the water tanks was not easily accessible, and the effort required to open them raised immediate questions. How could she have reached this roof alone? How could she have climbed into the tank unnoticed? Investigators were left grappling with these questions as the search that had captured so much attention suddenly came to a tragic and bewildering conclusion. An autopsy was conducted to determine the cause of death. The final report concluded that Elisa Lam's death was an accidental drowning. There were no clear signs of physical trauma or evidence of a struggle. Toxicology results showed that she had a history of mental health conditions and was taking prescribed medication. though there were indications that she may not have been taking it consistently. Investigators believed that her behavior in the elevator could be explained by a possible episode related to her mental health. This explanation suggested that she may have reached the roof by herself and entered the water tank, though the exact sequence of events remains unclear. Despite the official conclusion, many people continued to question aspects of the case. The elevator footage, the difficulty of accessing the roof, and the unusual circumstances surrounding her discovery all contributed to ongoing discussions and theories. The Cecil Hotel itself also played a role in how the case was perceived. Its history of past incidents and its reputation added to the mystery and public interest. Over time, the case became widely known not only because of what happened, but also because of how it was presented and discussed online. At its core, this case is about a young traveler whose life ended in a way that remains difficult to fully understand. While the official findings provide an explanation, the unanswered details continue to leave room for questions. How did she reach the roof alone? Why did she behave the way she did in that elevator? Her story continues to captivate and unsettle people around the world, leaving a sense of unease that lingers long after the video stops playing and the mystery remains unsolved.